Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachariya Yamunatira Vanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Gaur Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramam Supariradhikara Stotra Sata Siva's Divine Grace Sabhay Charnarvinde Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramam Supariradhikara Stotra Sata Siva's Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Our glorious assembled devotees, our glorious assembled devotees, our glorious Sri Guru and Gauranga, our glorious Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahe Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 65, Text number 13. So this chapter is entitled Lord Balaram Visits Vrindavan. So we'll recite this text 13. Please repeat. Katam Grananti Anavastitha Atmanaha Vacha Kritagnasya Buddha Puram Striyam Grananti Vaim Chitra Katasyam Sundarya Smita Avaloka Uchavistha Smara Aturaha Katam no Granandi Anavastita Atmano Vacha Krita Granasya Buddhaya Purastriya Grananti va Chitra Katasya Sundarya Smita Avalochitista Smarukritaha Katam no Grananti Anavasthitatmano Vacha Kritagrahasya Buddha Purastriya Grananti va Chitra Katasya Sundara Smita Avalochita Smita Avalochita Valoka Uchasvita Smaraturaha Katam no Grananti Anavasthitatmano Vacha Krita Grinasya Buddha Purastriya Grinanti va Chitra Katasya Sundara Smita Avaloka Uchistva Smaratruah. Yeah, a little bit difficult. Please try. Katam no grunanti amanastitatmano vacha krita grinasya buddha purastriya grinanti va chitra katasya saundara smita avaloka uchistva smarastruha. Katam tu grunanti anavastitatmano vacha krita grinasya buddha purastriya grinanti vai chitra katasya sundara smita avaloka uchistva smarastruha. Katam tu grunanti anavastitatmano vacha krita grinasya buddha purastriya grinanti va chitra katasya sundara smita avaloka uchistva smaraturasara. Thank you very much. Word to word meaning. Katham. How? No. Indeed. Grinanti. Do they accept? Anavastita. Unstudy. Atmanaha. Of him whose heart. Vacha. The words. Krita Grinasya. Who is ungrateful. Buddha. Intelligent. Pura. Of the city. Striya. Omen. Grinanti. They accept. Why? Indeed. Chitra. Wonderful. Katasya. Whose narration. Sundaram. Beautifully. Smita. Smiling. Avaloka. By the glance. Uchistva. Brought to the life. Smara. Lust. Aturaha. Agitated. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace, Srila Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. How can intelligent city woman possibly trust the words of one whose heart is so unsteady and who is so ungrateful? They must believe him because he speaks so wonderfully and also because his beautiful smiling glances arouse their lust. Purport. According to Sridhar Swami, some gopis speak first two lines of this verse and others reply in the second two lines. Om Agnyanatimrandasya Gnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Kapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Anantakoti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai. So Hare Krishna. Here we can see this. The context of this verse is when Lord Balram visit Vrindavan after a long time, and due to the separation of Vrindavan Rajavasis, especially the gopis and the parents of Lord Krishna, Mother Yashoda and the Maharaj, and they they having conversations with Lord Balram. So especially this verse is particularly spoken by two gopis. One gopi is saying, "So how can we believe? How can the city girls are seems to be intelligent and they are very matured enough, and how can they believe the person like Krishna? Because they are speaking out of their intense separation from Lord Krishna. Their separation is not a mundane separation, because their separation is on the higher level of platform. It's not that their separation because of the lust or some other hidden motives or some other agendas or something like, they remember. It's not out of anger, it's out of, it seems to be a, this is transcendental anger. It's not a real, it's not a mundane anger. It's not again these exchanges, these dialogues are not an ordinary thing. It seems to be like ordinary thing. Oh, Krishna has broken our hearts and went to Vrindavan, and these conversations was taking place between the gopis and Lord Balram. In the previous verse, we saw that they were gopis were asking, at least Lord Krishna is remembering his father, mother, or at least he must remember his father, mother, if not us. The gopis are speaking with so much intense separations, and in that following conversation, following talking with Lord Balaram, this verse was spoken by two gopis. One gopi is saying that how can intelligent women, city, we know that city women are very intelligent and they are very matured enough, and how can they trust in the words of unsteady person or ungrateful person like Lord Krishna? This is dialogues between the one gopi to the Lord Balram, and another gopi says, yes, obviously, because Krishna is so attractive, and even though he doesn't speak, by just his smile, by just his glances, everyone become mesmerized. They get attracted towards him, and they must believe, and they have to believe, because we know that Krishna is all attractive. Even though he doesn't speak any single word, he becomes attractive. So, Lord Balram is hearing these words, and possibly he can understand how much they love Krishna. And gopis are also, it's not that gopis are having so much attachment towards the family and friends and relatives, husbands and wives, and sorry, husbands and children. They abandoned, they gave up everything for the Lord Krishna. And Sridhar Swami says this following things. The first two lines are spoken by first gopi, maybe one gopi, and second in other. It's like a question and answer. Basically, this verse is a question and answer. One gopi is saying, "How can he believe?" Yes, he will believe. They were, though even though they are intelligent, even though they are matured, even though they are uh, city women, but they still believe Krishna because he is all attractive. In that, there is no following. dialogues in this verse. There is only one line purport, and I just read the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in a four lines, five lines purport, and also Jiva Goswami. What he says, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives a commentary on this. I suppose we uncultured women are unintelligent. How can a city woman being very intelligent believe his words? That is expressed in this verse. So it little more elaborately explaining. And other Gopi brings out the conclusion. Yes, though he speaks lies, it is very exciting and astonishing. When those words come from his mouth, not being able to give up the taste of those talks, they continue to listen. They are also another reason. They are affected by love and caused increase at every moment by his beautiful smiling glances. So, this is a conversation talking about Lord Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a verse Machita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tusanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So, these, when we talk about Krishna, we have dialogues about Krishna, we discuss the pastimes about Krishna. What happens? Bodhayanta Parasparam, when we have a dialogues, when we have discussed about pastime Krishna, Machitta Madgata Prana, Bodhayanta Parasparam, Katayantascha Mam Nityam, Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So our heart become pacified and satisfied, free from anxiety, and so it will gives a taste. So these gopis are experiencing this taste from time immemorial, when as soon as Lord Krishna left Vrindavan. So this is again and again still Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura giving explanation, elaborate explanation of the conclusion of the dialogues between the two gopis. And let's see what Shiva Goswami says. Being unintelligent, we bewildered his words. But city women are intelligent. How could they believe him? Wounded internally by the pain rising from their prema, they speak. As I said, there's so much intense prema, there's so much when you love so much intensely. In that mood, you speak some harsh words, but that is also pleasing to them whom you love. It naturally we see in this material world a boy, girls love, fall in love with a boy, and a girl fall in love with a boy, whatever. So in that conversation, they speak very harshly to each other, but that is another form of love. But here it is not that kind of a love, but this is I'm just sharing with the you can get an idea. So it is a wounded with internal pain rising from prema. And they speak like this. Indicate amazement. How could the city woman believe, accept or believe his words? They should not. Why? His heart is not steady and he destroys the friendship made with us and others. So the reason is Jiva Goswami is given why we should not believe in the Krishna, because his heart is unsteady and he has destroyed our friendship and our relationship with us. In that is the reason we should not believe the Krishna. And because they are in the city women, they are intelligent. Still, it happens. We can understand after remembering, even without hearing his words, become bewildered by his smile and glances that we remember, or when he speaks of various attractive topics. They become affected with lust by his beautiful smile and glances. They lose their power of discrimination. So here we can understand by the Jiva Goswami comments how much they love Krishna and how much they are intense separation with the Krishna. And this is highest level of expression of the love. that we cannot understand in general. It is the highest level. We cannot imitate also. It is not artificially imitated by the people in general. It is said by um, our Vaishnavacharya, our Simha Guru, His Holiness, His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He says that, if you artificially imitate the bhava of the gopis, then there will be a havoc. Then there will be so much of disturbances in the society. It is just like he compares His Divine Grace Bashila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He compares just like an ordinary woman pretending to be a pregnant woman, and she is feeling pains of the pregnant woman. You know, a pregnant woman doesn't. uh, Ordinary woman doesn't. If he acts like a pregnant woman, even though she shows all kind of symptoms, and even though she express her pain, but she never gives a birth to the child. Correct. Yeah. If she a normal woman, she pretending like, I'm carrying a baby, and artificially doing some expressing her pains artificially. She is behaving like a pregnant woman, acting like a pregnant woman, but the ultimate result is zero. Similarly, uh, here the gopis are have true love, and they are intense separation with Krishna. That is not an artificial, and this is highest platform expression. And if you try to do that, then there is no there is no comparison, and there is no artificial imitation. If you do artificial imitation of bhakti externally, crying, showing asta satvika bhav, and what happens? There is no result of bhakti. There is zero. Only lust arouses from the heart. There is no bhakti. One time, Srila Prabhupada was giving a class, and he was just he was saying that, something, expression of the gopis, and he was giving a class, and he was narrating the pastimes of sorry, nourishing the pastimes of the Krishna and gopis, and he was expression in that. After finishing the class, he went to his room, and some of the devotees were in the temple hall, and one person immediately started his, showing his artificial expression, artificial bhav, artificially showing, oh, I am the gopi, you are Krishna, and I we are separated in the mood, and he was imitating like an artificial. This is a lady without having real pregnant, showing artificial acting. This is just acting. So he was shouting and yelling in the temple hall. So one of the disciple went to the Prabhupada and told Prabhupada, there is one person, he's saying that he's a gopi, and he's showing all kind of expressions, and he's feeling that he's separate from Krishna, and so on and forth. So Prabhupada told that, take a hot water in the bucket, put it on him. If he if he feels that heat, then he is doing artificial. Otherwise, he's a serious person. Then, as soon as the person saw the hot bucket of water coming towards him, immediately he stops and he run away from the temple. So there are so many people, by hearing, and they want to imitate the, as a gopi, but we cannot do that artificially. Just like, as I said, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj gives an classic example. A normal woman should not act like as a pregnant woman, but if she act, there is no result. There is no birth of child. So these dialogues, these exchanges between the gopis are not in a mundane platform. One should understand. They are expressing so intense love for Krishna, which is not an ordinary. So one may ask, how can we get it? One may say that, okay, we are not in that platform. How can we, go through? Yes, when we follow. the strict rules and regulations, as Srila Prabhupada laid down for us, chanting 16 rounds, following four regulative principles, reading scriptures, hearing Bhagavatam, and serving Vaishnavas. Eventually, we will get there. Eventually, it will happen. It may happen in a moment, or it may happen in a lifetime. We never know. But we should have a strong faith in the process that our acharyas has given, especially Srila Prabhupada has given, so simplified, so easy to practice in this age of Kali. Just chant 16 rounds, follow four regulatory principles, and serving the Vaishnavas. Eventually, you know, you can understand. At least try to understand. We will come to that. We will come to the platform that this is the highest thing, and we can understand. Especially, Goswamis of Vrindavan, they lived such a austere life. They are spending one day in the one tree and not accepting the worldly things. They are such a austere life, and they are writing these kind of dialogues. What happens? Jiva Goswami, his expression, he's in his commentary. He wrote this. It is not that Jiva Goswami is artificially doing, but he was instructed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, go to Vrindavan and exculate all the pastimes, places in Vrindavan. And under the guidance of a spiritual master, Jiva Goswami went there and did all these things. We should also follow under the Vaishnava guidance or spiritual master guidance. When we try to do this, and we can certainly attain this platform. It is not we are next lifetime becoming gopis. No, it is not like that. But at the same time, we have our own capacity of expression of devotional. We do, our attachment towards Krishna. We can express in on our own words. You know, it is not that we will also attain the same platform. No, that's why Goswami says, "Gopi Bharta Pada Kamalayor Dasa Dasa Anudas." We should become servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. It is not that we will also become, we will also attain the same platform. We will assist the Gopi Bharta Kabata Kamalayo Dasa Dasa Anudas. In that, you will experience the same kind of a nectar. It is not that Krishna is in a limited person, he will only give the limited love for the limited people. We think that like that, but it's not like that. In general, people think that, okay, how much person can give love, compassion, and affection for others. There, each person has a limit, his own limit. He can, in his limit, he can give his love. He can, even within his limit, he can give compassion, and within his limit, he can give affection for others. Just like you've taken an example of family person, a father can extend his love to his wife, children, father, mother, to the relatives, friends. Correct. Whereas Lord Krishna is not like that. He can extend his love, compassion for all the living entities in this material world, whether they are human beings or animal. But the process is simple. When you follow the process, when you understand the scriptures, when you do Vaishnava Seva, and you'll attain the same kind of emotion or same kind of platform. This is the strong relationship they have. That's why they would able to give up all kind of relationship with their friends, family, relatives, children's husband. No, why they have given up? Because they have developed a strong attachment towards Krishna. When you develop attachment, when you develop a relationship with a person, you will do anything for him. Just like, if somebody says, okay, can you do this for me? First thing comes in your mind, why should I do this? What is the agenda? What is the reason should I do this? If somebody asks me, oh, can you sweep the floor of temple? I should think, why will I do it? What will I get? If I have relationship with Krishna, if I know, oh, this is the Lord Krishna's temple, if I clean this temple, my heart will be clean. Or if I clean this temple, I'm cleaning this for the Lord Krishna's pleasure. If I have that knowledge, then I will clean. Otherwise, I will not clean. If so there are so many people coming to the temple. If you ask them, can you do this for me? Then, if they know you, if they have a relationship with you, or if they think this is a temple, they will do it. Otherwise, they will not do it. Just like when you go out for the books distribution, we do books distribution for so many people. So many people will come and they see the book, and they don't understand why we should read this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, or any other book. If you give them knowledge, this is an essence of the life, this is the goal of life, and this is the guide for the humanity. It will give you peace. Then that that gives them the building the relationship. So my point is that if you have a strong relationship with Krishna, you don't feel this austerity. That's why we sometimes we feel austerity too for doing something, because we are lacking the relationship with Krishna. No, we should have a strong relationship with Krishna. Then we will do anything, everything for Krishna, just like these gopis did. And how can we develop relationship with Krishna? By hearing. Shunnata satata Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridayantastu abhadrani. So when you hear about Krishna, you will develop attachment. When you develop attachment with Krishna, you will develop relationship. When you develop relationship with Krishna, you will do anything and everything. You don't give excuses. Oh, today I'm not feeling well. Today I'm not happy. Oh, today I don't like to do this. I need a break. I need some kind of a you know excuse. We will give all kinds of excuse because we don't have a relationship with Krishna. And whereas the gopis, they have a strong relationship with Krishna. They heard so many times about Krishna. It is not that these gopis, they heard Krishna's, they saw the Krishna's pastimes, they saw Krishna face to face, they saw Krishna's miracle activities. They develop relationship with Krishna. Yes, that is part one. The part two is in the previous yuga, when Lord came in the took the form of Lord Ramachandra. He incarnated as Lord Ramachandra. At that time, all the sages, rishis, munis were following him. You know, they were attracted to the form of Lord Ramachandra. They want to be with Lord Ramachandra. They want to associate with Lord Ramachandra. See, and Lord Ramachandra told, this in this incarnation I can able to accommodate, your needs and concerns. I will take in, next, we can continue with this relationship because they are great sages. They have done so much tapasya, so much austerity to associate with to associate with Lord Ramachandra, but they didn't get it the chance when Lord Krishna took incarnation as Lord Krishna in the Dwapar Yuga. Then these rishis, they took the form of the gopis, and that's why they were able to experience this kind of intense separations. So my point is that when you are in the process, don't get discouraged. Oh, we are not getting symptoms of love. Just like 6 months, 6 years, we are not getting tears rolling from eyes. Nayanam jalada sudadaya vadanam gadgadava. Our voice is not choking, our hair is not standing on end. We are not getting symptoms. That means this process is not working. No, we cannot think that. We should not think that. Then if you think that, then bhakti becomes karma kanda section. You know that like in a nectar of devotion it says, ahetuki apratiyata yatma suprasidati. Anya vilashita shunyam. If you think something I'm going to get, gnana karma de anavratam. If your karma kandi section, what they will do, or if I do this pious activity, I will get something. Similarly, if you do in the apply that formula, that method in the chanting, oh, if I do chanting for 6 years or 6 months, I should get these symptoms. If I don't get this, then chanting is not working. Then it will become karma kandi. Or if I think after chanting 6 months or 6 years or 1 year, I should be fully knowledgeable. Then it will become gnana kandi. So that's why bhakti is anya, no other desire. Abhilashita, abhilashita, no other desire. Anya abhilashita sunyam gnana karma adi anavratam. There should be the bhakti is beyond gnana and karma. Anukulena Krishna. So whatever is favorable for a devotional service, we should execute that. So I'll pause here. If you see any questions, comments, or corrections. Okay, we'll stop it here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Gaur Premanande.